Yukari-san, have you been able to make contact with Iori-san?
A voice from the cockpit interrupts us. Kikono-san, Mitsuru-san's maid, is in the pilot's seat. She seems demure, but if she can pilot a helicopter like this, her skills seem to know no limits. But I've been told that Kikono-san isn't a Persona user. Isn't it dangerous for her to come with us in a situation like this?
I completely forgot. Hold on a sec.
Yukari-san pulls out her cell phone. It seems they're trying to meet with Junpei Irori, another part-time shadow operative, and also a fellow comrade since high school. While Yukari-san is on the phone, I decide to ask Kikono-san about the doubts I have.
Saikawa-san, you're not a Persona user, are you?
Please call me Kikuno. And no, I only have the potential towards the Dark Hour.
Oh, I didn't know you had that. Even the maids in the Kirijo family are amazing.
So that means you can't fight shadows, right? Then ain't it dangerous for you to come along?
If I have the correct information, then the grotesque monsters known as shadows, our enemies, can only be defeated by people who use personas. In other words, since Kikuno-san is an ordinary human, she could never defeat a shadow, even if she was the most proficient warrior in the world. If she ever encountered a shadow on her own, Kikuno-san would face immediate death. And yet, she smiles warmly as she answers me.
There are more ways to deal with shadows than the direct method. We've never met in person, but I was involved in the operation to rescue you last time. We all do whatever we can to the best of our abilities to fulfill the roles we've been given. That is what it means to fight.
Wow, she's a true professional.
To be honest, I don't understand. True, Kikuno-san is helping us by piloting the helicopter for us. But if that's all it took, then someone could easily program me with the ability to fly the helicopter, and there would be no need for Kikuno-san to be extoled in the danger of having to join this operation.
I'd see.
I can't think of any other word to say and look away from her. I end up meeting Kenkun's eyes and I feel a little awkward.
It's no use, he's not picking up. This is so important. Why now?
Yukari-san puts down her phone and turns us to us again. Everyone's attention returns to getting up to speed on the current situation.
Oh well, we'll just have to begin our search on our own.
You know, Kikuno-san, I'm surprised you knew where we were without having to contact us at all.
I traced the GPS signals from your cell phones. We're still partners with the police force, so it's no problem to do that in an emergency. Then again, we've just seen how even that doesn't always help.
You mean about Junpei-san?
It's like he's going out of his way to inconvenience us.
Yukari-san sighs with a somewhat astounding expression. As I reflect that this Junpei-san appears to be something of an odd person, Kikuno-san taps her armrest as if remembering something.
Oh dear, I almost forgot. Labra-san, please review these documents until we arrive at our destination.
With that, Kikuno-san hands me a folder.
Fuka-san asked me to tell you about this, but under the circumstances, would you please look through the material on your own?
As I flip through the documents in the thick file, I notice that certain names appear again and again. Mitsuru, Akihiko, and the names that are on it else here. What is this?
It's a summary of the activities that took place 3 years ago.
3 years ago? You must mean... I see. Whoever's behind what's going on is definitely connected to those events.
3 years ago, refers to the incident leading to Mitsuru-san and the rest meeting one another. I haven't had the chance to go over it in detail, but supposedly it's the case that become the impotence for Mitsuru-san to establish shadow operatives, and the bonds that they have formed among each other. They were nurtured through the battles that they took part in back then. Such deep connections look radiant to my eyes. I decide that it's important that I learn more about what happened, then as important as learning more about who or whatever it is behind the events going on now. If I just wanted information on it, I could easily just transfer the data directly into my memory, but by actively reading it like this, I will be able to understand what happened. The thoughtfulness of treating me the same as a person makes me happy. Kikuno-san glances at me once more and nods slightly, as if in approval.
I think it looks good on you. A proper appearance is important when going out on a grand stage.
Does she see... Does she mean the uniform I'm wearing? Oh, I get it. She must have been the one who prepared the Yasogami uniform that Kurosawa gave me. A sudden compliment is a little embarrassing, but I can't help but smile. I mean, this uniform to me is a proof of my connection to Yukon and his friends.
Thanks.
Kikuno-san reacts with a small smile, then produces some of other items.
Yukari-san, Ken-san, I have acquired evokers and suitable weapons for you.
Wow, thank you! This would be the best for me.
Kenko takes a spear from Kikuno-san and sits back with a satisfied expression. The spear is longer than Ken-kun is tall, but he seems confident. Would such a weapon be too unwieldy for him to handle?
Kikuno-san, what is this?
Kikuno-san hands Yukari-san what appears to be a large pink bow that perfectly matches the suit she's wearing. Upon seeing it, Yukari-san looks baffled.
It's the ultimate arrow!
It's so pink.
I acquired reference material from the publisher and had it made. Don't worry, it's more functional than the prop on your show.
I'm pretty sure that makes it the best bow ever created, but...
In actual combat, I thought that using a form factor you're comfortable with would be best.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you to have a logical explanation like that.
Was my arrangement unnecessary?
Yeah, it was unnecessary. No, it's fine.
I like it. Can I see it for a moment?
As Ken-kun reaches towards the bow with interest, I sense the helicopter tilt slightly to the
We're
side.
circling around. Please hang on to something.
A helicopter leans more sharply as Kikuno-san speaks. It seems that we need to take on more fuel before we reach Inaba. I reflect on Elizabeth-san's words as I look down on the viewing spreading out below us. It reminds me of the mysterious sea-like place. Oh man. There is one thing I want to mention about Kikuno-san, but I'll probably do that a little later. The air in the helicopter is heavy. Upon reaching the last known location of Mitsuru-san and the others, we immediately saw the guard rail is broken, as if a car had smashed through it. We looked down the cliff and discovered a black vehicle below, unmistakably Mitsuru-san's limousine. There were no skid marks on the road that indicate braking, and the car's body was seriously damaged. It appeared that it had been going on a very high rate of speed, where it hit the barrier, when it hit it anyway. Everyone hailed in an instant, and we were all at a loss for words, but the driver was the only person in the vehicle. Though he was injured, there were no traces of blood from anyone other than him in the car. We wondered for a moment if the others had been able to leave the vehicle on their own, but if they had, they would have tried to contact us. It also seemed odd that they left an unconscious and injured man behind. Furthermore, there were no footprints around the vehicle at all. We did another search for their GPS signals, but there are no signs of their whereabouts. That left us with only one conclusion.
I hate to think about it, but does this mean that they've been captured?
Let us be optimistic and assume that they're still alive. If they were captured, then the enemy values their lives and will do no harm. We do have a chance.
I carried the injured driver from the bottom of the cliff back up to the road. Kikuno-san requested a vehicle to transport him to the hospital under the Kuriju family's care. Kikuno-san made this decision since he wouldn't have been able to explain what happened to a normal ambulance. Also, it's possible that the people from the public safety would take him away if we'd reported this to the authorities. Kikuno-san asked the personnel who arrived at the transport to try to ask the driver about what happened when he regained consciousness. That will likely be difficult, however. If this is similar to what happened last time, the driver would have no memories of the events, much like the people who had captured me and transported me to Inaba last time. However, there's no guarantee that the same had happened to the limousine driver. Not long after, we were back in the helicopter, which takes us where we are now. To be honest, everyone's at a loss about how bad the situation is. Ken-kun tries to change the topic in an attempt to divert us from our worries.
It's amazing that you know how to pilot a helicopter, Kikuno-san. I heard that it's hard to hover in the mountains. Did you train for that?
Only a couple of years ago, but I have taken part in an assault operation involving a helicopter.
You were in an assault with a helicopter? Where?
Just a high school dormitory.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I decided to learn how to pilot in the event that if someone attempted the same move, I would be able to respond properly.
My understanding has been renewed. It seems that being a maid is a very serious and very difficult occupation.
Oh, damn. Well, I finally got in touch with Junpei. I don't know why, but he's already at Yaso Inaba Station, so I told him to stay there. In any case, we should head to Inaba too. We might find some kind of clue there.
Mitsuru-san's group had gone missing before sunset, and it's almost midnight now.
Whoever did this must be the same person who kidnapped Labra-san. It's unthinkable anyone else would be able to do that. The question is what he intends to accomplish by kidnapping them.
Ken-kun flips through the reports on the events of the case up until now, seemingly lost in thought. What is to be gained by kidnapping Mitsuru-san this time? At the moment, heavy static flickers across the video displays within the helicopter. Now we know what this is.
The strong win, while the weak disappear. Tonight.
So yeah, the one thing I wanted to mention about Kikueno-san was the how she's like stalking everyone, and she like stalks what like Fuka-san was doing with her music and all that. So oh my god, she doesn't know that people want their own privacy, but I guess that's her little perk, isn't it? Okay, well I guess we're seeing this opening again, and then we're going to get to see their outrageous reactions maybe. Though, I guess this video is probably going to be very good for thumbnails whenever I make them later. Oh man. And if you're curious, I've already made quite a few thumbnails already, so... I guess like this one I'm probably going to use at some point. Actually, I could probably use like do 2 for each character here, really. Me going on about thumbnails. I always tend to talk once about thumbnails in my play through. Oh well. I kind of enjoy talking about it too. Perfectly honest. I noticed how like I guess has a different spelling. Oh, depending like the English version has it with an I, the Japanese version always has it with a E in it, and they didn't like change it to Teddy, they just stayed the same as Kuma for Teddy earlier, which I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but it's very hard to finish your sentence and go on to another topic. I'm probably gonna skip this. I suppose it is something I've already seen, but by the time I thought about that, it's really the end of it. Oh well, okay, there we go. Dark Hourness.
What was that just now? Weren't those the Persona users in Inaba? It showed Mitsuru-senpai and the others, too.